I'm Aaron Canada alongside John Schiffner on the Manager's Show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. And Schiff, All-Star game yesterday. How was it?
Boring. It was very boring, but it was fun to watch the pitching. It was a lot of fun, and it was great to see our guys do well. Cookie was outstanding in his inning. Dane had a couple good ABs, and Richie did a great job in the home run hitting contest. So it was a good day for Chatham.
Yeah, Richie Schaefer, 6 bombs in the home run derby, 3 more than the combined 5 other players. That's got to say something.
He was on fire, and I know Rich will be the first one to say that he couldn't have done it without Mike. Mike McMenamin just threw outstanding BP there for Richie. It was just right there. I think Richie would love to have about 4 or 5 swings back. He could have probably had 4 or 5 more. Just missed a few, but Mikey did a great job. Richie did a great job. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've seen Mike throwing bullpen quite a few times. And when did he get started with all of that with the team?
He's got a lot of experience. I mean, he went to the National Home Run Hitting Contest. I cannot remember the young man's name from Virginia Tech who was in the contest, asked Mike to go out there. Mike missed a couple games here to fly out to Omaha to throw. So Mike's got experience and big opportunities. So I think that was part of the reason why Richie brought him along, because he's got the experience to do it.
Now, and this is going to be a little more Mike heavy than Mike heavy interview right now, but tell me about his experience and where he's headed.
Well, I tell you what, he has 1 more year of school left at Virginia Tech. He will someday be an outstanding coach, as all these guys, and I've seen as well. He's a great listener. He listens to what needs to be done. He takes what he's learned from every coach he's worked with, whether it's at Virginia Tech or his high school coaches, his dad, who is also a coach, and just, I mean, he's going to be very, very good someday, and we feel very fortunate to have him here. And it's a great, again, it's like I always say, Cape Cod League. And Scott, I learned it from Scott Pickler. I always give Pick credit for this. The Cape Cod League is for opportunities, and Mike is certainly taking every opportunity and putting this on his resume. And when it's time for Mike to become a coach, he's going to be a real good one. He's got that way about him. His work ethic is amazing. He does the extra. Some guys think they want to be a coach, but you can't be a coach unless you do the extra stuff. You go above and beyond the extraordinary, and Mike really has all those intangibles.
Along those same lines, you're a teacher, also a coach, and we talk about guiding young men and how you've been doing it for the past 30 years. What kind of experience is that for you to groom a future coach?
Phenomenal. I mean, that's I always thank Bob Sherman for mentioning in my bio in the media guide the kids who have been with me here or at Plainfield and who have gone on to coach. And to me, one of the greatest experiences of my life was coaching against 2 of my former players in high school. Well, they had both played for me in the 80s and 90s, and they came back and coached, and it was just special to see those guys across the way, and then to see other kids who have gone on, who've left here, who always said they wanted to get involved in coaching, and to say that you had a lot to do with this. That's really, really special. I tell a short story about Brian Prince, who's down at Georgia Tech. I spoke to Brian this spring briefly, and he says, Coach, we haven't spoken in, I think it was 10, 12 years. And he says, I want to know something. You're the reason why I'm in coaching. And I said, geez, why is that, Brian? Because Brian played at Orleans. And we were going through the line the last game we played Orleans that particular season, whatever year it was. And I just took a couple of moments to tell Brian, I said, you know what, young man, you're going to make some coach, a hell of a coach someday if you decide to go into coaching. And he actually went into pro ball for a few years, got out of pro ball, tried the business world and didn't like it, and he and his wife decided he would look at the opportunity to go into coaching. And he said, Coach Schiffner told me I'd make a heck of a coach, and now he's the top assistant at Georgia Tech. And that made me feel very, very special that I really saw in him the opportunity that he had, and he's taken full advantage of it. And that's great. And it's great to hang out and mentor these guys in some small way to help them on their coaching careers. It is very, very special for me to be able to see that happen.
What does it do for you after your decades of coaching to see these guys and see them be coaches and to see them play pro ball and to turn into real solid young men as they grow up?
Phenomenal, but it makes me feel old, first of all. but no, that's, again, it's special because it's funny you just mentioned that. No more than 5 minutes ago, I just got a text from a former player. He's not a coach, but a former player who likes to stay in touch. Zane Carlson and his wife just gave birth to twins. It's so neat that he takes the time to send a text just to let old Coach Schiff know things are doing great, because we saw Zane 2 years ago at the Hall of Fame induction. But it's great. I mean, it's part of what we do here, and you know, it's why I'm glad I've chosen this profession, teaching and coaching. You know, to see coaches, Matt Fincher's back in town, you know, to see Finch come back, and, you know, we talk about old times about how we work with a certain player and how things worked out with this guy, things didn't work out with this guy, and why they didn't work out with that guy. And, you know, Pat McGee and I are already talking about things about next year, and, you know, what we can do to improve on this year. And, you know, certainly we have to. And, you know, the fact that we want to discuss those things means we're in it. You know, we're in it for the long haul. And that's what coaching's all about. It's the seeing these kids leave here. We've helped them on their way to better themselves as a player, and then so many of them have turned into coaches, and part of it is the experience they've had here. But also you have to give credit to their college coaches, their high school coaches, the teachers that mentored them along the way. I feel very fortunate. Not no more than 10 days, no, it was about a week ago. The gentleman who I felt sent me in this direction, Lee Saris, was a history teacher at Morris Knolls High School. He was the JV baseball coach, and he was my Legion coach. And he's the reason why I got into teaching, social studies especially, baseball coaching. I just said, you know, oh God, what a job, what a life he's got. It's awesome. And here I am, you know, almost 40 years removed from being in school and still doing it. You know, you know, he's still doing it. He's a scout for the Astros now.
Last question, and I'll let you go. First game back since the All-Star break. Just tell me about Munley and what else do you expect?
Well, you know, another good start I expect from Chris. He's, you know, he's always solid. He's always around the plate. Gives us a chance. He works fast. The kids like to play behind him. He pitches fast. You know, and I like the way Chris throws. I think he's a real solid pitcher.
He's John Schiffner. I'm Aaron Canada. It's the Manager's Show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.